Alright, so in this video I'm going to give away my exact plan that I'm going to be using to grow my agency in current present day June of 2022 that is working for me, and I just want to share because it hopefully can bring some value to you. So this is exactly how I'm going to scale my agency, Adelfia Insurance, to the next level, and I've already proven it to myself for the last couple months because I've dialed in a system that has worked very, very well and I think could be helpful for you. So I'll dive in just raw, straight to the point steps of what I think can be very helpful. So number one thing that I have found is that having good data for whatever your target niche is. For me, it's contractors. So I've been recently getting very, very good data that has been, quality stuff showing expirations, effective dates for contractors. That's my thing. And you can get that data too. So the main thing is finding good data and having a lot of it, like a lot of data, thousands and thousands of people. You want to get the numbers big. So having a lot of data that is very high quality is essential, and that's where you may need to double down on, investing into that. The next thing that you want to do from that is once you have excellent data, whether it's buying homeowners leads, auto leads, contractors, etc., whatever it is that your niche is that you decide to focus on, then you want to start the activity levels. Like you really want to go hard on text campaigns, email campaigns, calling them. And there's this thing called the rule of 100. So they say that if you do 100 of any one thing every single day, you'll essentially see massive results. So like if you're doing cold calls, 100 cold calls a day, emails, 100 emails a day, texting, 100 texts a day. That right there, if you do it every single day, you will guaranteed see massive results. And if you're only doing 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 calls or emails, texts, whatever it is that you're doing a day, like just keep track of it for a day. See how many you're actually doing. And if you're doing that many, you really, my suggestion is that you really should start to multiply and 10x your goals and your numbers of activity per day, because you'll see some huge results. And so far I've seen those kind of results. So getting the right campaigns in place. Once you have the data, step one. Number two is getting the campaigns to reach out to these people or these prospects effectively and at scale, and going hard on the reach out and the campaigns. Obviously, once those kind of turn into interested prospects or potential leads, you need to be ready to roll and to close those deals. Be ready and be armed so that you can sell that policy and you can really be as effective as you possibly can. So step three is, let's just say that these people don't go through. You want to make sure to tag them, to label them as a potential prospect for the future where you can retarget them. So step one, get good data. Number two, reach out to them and close deals if you can. If not, number three, you need to retarget and tag so that you can come back and potentially win that business down the line. Because generating those leads and that stuff is not easy. So you want to try to keep them and keep in front of them until they eventually turn into a prospect or tell you to F off. So that's the other thing. If they tell you to F off, it is what it is. Just keep moving, but you want to retarget them, and obviously don't spam them, because if you spam potential prospects, they're not going to want to do business with you. So lastly, you want to, once you have those kind of three steps dialed in, that's a system right there. Excellent data, excellent campaigns that are dialed in, that are working, proven to work for you. For us, it's email, text, and calling. Those are the three places that we reach out to people. And number three is to retarget and to tag them and make sure that we don't just let them slip through the cracks and disappear and not hear from us ever again. If they were interested at one point, they may be interested next year or the following year. So keep in front of them. And then finally, number four, rinse and repeat this process over and over until you can make it scalable. So this is a process that you need to rinse and repeat. I'll throw in a little bit of a bonus that I believe is working for myself, and I don't know if it'll work for you, or if this is the outlet, the the setup of your agency. But for me, I've come to realize that for myself, there's no one else that's going to put the same amount of effort or care into trying to win some of these big accounts. I just haven't found anyone yet that is, has that same energy and same drive to do that. And I'm sure the people are out there, and I'm sure you could probably find them. But just personally, I haven't found them yet. So either I can't afford those people yet, or it's just they're very difficult to find as well. So what I've come to realize is I'm going to take the role as selling kind of the big fish and really trying to bring in the big revenue driving business. And that comes through contractors specifically here in California. From there, I kind of surround myself with a team that is going to be excellent at customer service. They're going to be there for retention, to keep the book intact, getting all these policies and keeping them, retaining them, to cross-sell potential customers at renewals, making sure renewals go through, and then potentially cross-selling them. And then lastly, once you retain them, to actually just kind of work real personal lines business. I want to focus more on the commercial side, so that's where my main focus is. But, passing on some of those leads to the team for personal lines leads, and I think that's the best way to do it. That way they make good money as well. Their pipelines are filled. They're happy. And I'm kind of going after some of the little more tricky, bigger accounts that require more attention to detail and really kind of a little bit more grit, that kind of that extra mile, and then surrounding yourself with everybody to keep it all in place. That's pretty much it. So that's the steps that I think will take us to the next level. If you do get any value from this, all I ask is if you do, subscribe, give us a like, share this with somebody that might get some value as well. Guys, I just say this because I think that these processes, they're working for me. They may or may not be the best fit for you, but I'm hoping that by sharing this, someone out there hears this and gets some value and starts to apply it, because you really need a dialed in system. Like, if this is literally like my 2022 plan on, I know it sounds like pretty basic, but just getting excellent leads, working the leads and actively targeting hundreds and thousands of people on a monthly basis. And then, obviously trying to close them as best as we possibly can, and then retargeting, and then surrounding myself with the right team to cross-sell, sell personal lines, and to retain the book as much as possible. And that requires very happy, positive, good customer service people. And instead of going out and looking for the best salesperson hunters, obviously I'll try to get them in the door and try to keep them here with our agency. But realistically, that's what I see this really scaling. So I'm doubling down and tripling, quadrupling down on something that I believe has worked very well for us, and I think will take us to the next level. So I think you need to find a system that works very well for you and do that, and be super patient, because if you do it, my gut tells me that if I keep doing this for a long period of time and it keeps working and it keeps going, I think I'm going to go very far, because I'm able to do the same thing very well for a long period of time. And I think my gut tells me that's going to take me very, very far, instead of trying out a million different things and not being excellent at one thing. So I'm getting really, really good at one thing, which is specifically commercial contractors. And I'm surrounding myself with the team and the tools to keep everything else really flowing and make sure that the agency really kind of starts to scale up. And I think this is kind of what I'm seeing. It's getting us to start to scale. So, if you ever do have questions, another thing, check me out on Instagram, Chris the Insurance Guy. The best way to talk to me is honestly DMs on Instagram. If you send me a DM, I can even send you voice memos. I usually just voice memo back, because sending text kind of takes a long time a lot of times. But like I said, if you do get any value, please subscribe, share this with a friend, ring the bell too, so that when you get a video like this, or I put out another video like this, you get a notification right away, and you can be on top of it and hear the latest stuff that's working for me, and hopefully you can use for your own agency to grow and take it to the top. Baby, let's go. Let's go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. I'll see you guys at the top. Shoot me an email. Go to Chris Costantini. The screen's off. Go to chriscostantini.com. That's the website. If you ever want to schedule a one-on-one consulting call, I do those as well. You can shoot me an email or hit me up on DMs on Instagram. I usually answer them for the most part. But also, some people want to do that 1 hour consultation. Also, this is a cool announcement I wanted to make. Make sure my mic's still going. Yes, it is. I'm going to be giving away to everybody, including you, the 7 steps to building a successful insurance agency audiobook. I'm going to put it on the YouTube channel in honor of the 4-year anniversary of Adelfia Insurance. We're coming up on the 4th year now, June 2022. We started in roughly June of 2018. So that's 4 years. So in honor of that, I'm going to give away the full audiobook on YouTube for free so that everyone can listen to it. And I honestly think that book has some of the tools and steps that are essential for any size agency because the landscape of this business has changed. And my gut tells me that that book has some golden nuggets that I believe can help improve other agencies out there. Just based on my experience in the last 4 years, I've built a fairly decent size agency for at the beginning a 1-man show, 2-man show, 3, 4, 5, and now kind of growing little by little in the last 4 years. So I don't know everything, but I do believe that book has some really good stuff, and honestly I'll probably revisit it and listen to it myself again in the future as I start to get kind of fat and happy, which I will never allow myself to do, because you got to stay hungry and keep hustling and just keep your foot fully on the gas, because there's someone out there that's taking the business from you. So don't let it happen. Don't get comfortable. I think you've heard my stories about where I've lost some huge customers because I just got complacent and didn't actually go the extra mile and really sell them. So don't get complacent. If you're hearing this and you got a big renewal coming up or a big customer on your desk, go the extra mile and dial in your sales and your certainty and the way you speak when you talk to someone, because I've noticed it for myself that when I go in with the actual confidence and the certainty and the clear spoken pitch where I don't hide or I don't mumble that it's $28,000 and $28,305.28. When I say that super clearly and I don't hide and I'm like $28,305. Like, some people will just rush through that because they're afraid to present that. No, sir, it's $91,302. Or you could just say $91,302. And Mike, let's get this going for you. It's one of the most important coverages for your business, and we want to make sure you're protected properly. And remember, when you make that sale, not just you win, not just your team wins, the customer wins. They make sure you get them what they need. So it's your duty to sell these policies and to do your best. So don't half-ass your job. Make sure you get after it. That's all I got. I'm getting really hyped up and ranting now. So that's all I got. Check out the book. Please please subscribe. Really appreciate it. Ring the bell so you hear more of this good stuff. And that's all I got. We'll see you guys at the top. Peace.